Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Saban, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And now we see them in today. We got a hell of a show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel, and be sure to hit all notifications to be notified the second we publish our content so you don't miss anything. Let me get into this topic here. So, as you guys know, LeBron James had an absolutely stellar night last night. He scored 40 points against the Brooklyn Nets, hitting 9 out of his 10 three-point attempts, hitting 13 out of his 17 shots that he attempted, shooting, 76.5% from the field, and also hit 83% of his free throws to go with like 7 rebounds in that game. And it was a pretty impressive game, but you had to see it, right? Because some of those shots he was hitting, hit a pull-up three, then he was going towards basically falling out of bounds, hit another three, fading out of bounds, and he hit another three, a pull-up step back three. It was just absolutely incredible, right? Absolutely incredible. And I saw it and I was like, man, this is incredible. It's incredible in terms of a basketball performance. It was. So what happened? I knew that everyone was going to be talking about this today. So what happened? I came across a segment from ESPN's Get Up. And during this segment, it was featuring Mike Greenberg, Jay Williams, and who's the third person? And Tim Lelger. Tim Lelger, the person we're talking about. So they were kind of going through what was happening in the association last night, and it got to LeBron's performance. So as Mike Greenberg was talking, he got to the point where he essentially was like, we all saw what LeBron did and this and this and this, and I feel like we don't appreciate LeBron enough. And to my surprise, Tim Lelger actually checked him for saying that. But what I liked most about what Tim Lelger did was, not only did he push back on him, he pushed back with a concrete explanation about what he meant by disagreeing with him. So for those of you who didn't hear what Tim Lelger had to say, we want to play it for you now as he was responding to Mike Greenberg, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Tim Lelger here, kind of checking Mike Greenberg like, wait a minute, we do give LeBron a lot of props. Take a listen to that.
40.7 rebounds, 5 assists. There you see it. Players with 40-point games since turning 39. The aforementioned Karl Malone's on the list, but only Jordan did it more times. He did those as a Wizard. Here's LeBron doing these as a Laker. And you know what? LeBron James gets plenty of attention. I'm not going to suggest that he doesn't, but sometimes I think what he's doing right now is actually underappreciated. Let's just bear in mind, LeBron James is 39 years old. And right now, like I just got my a notice, we have our ballots for first team, second team, third team, all NBA. Like he's certainly going to be on one of those teams. He's playing at an all NBA level at the age of 39. Do you know how many players in history have done that? 0. Yeah. It has never happened before. So the point, Jay, is that for all of his accomplishments, the longevity and playing at this level at this age, I think this is going to be a big deal on his resume.
The thing that stands out for me, obviously, as a podcaster, JJ Redick called Mind Games, is how surgical and tactical he is. Yeah. I think that's the thing that, look, the body, him knocking down shots, that's an alien-like form, okay? I understand that. But the understanding of the game and how he's able to execute that level of understanding, that comprehension, is what really makes him stand apart other than different players. The game is just so simplified. We used to have a thing called KISS when you were younger. Keep it simple, stupid. We used to say it all the time. He is the epitome of that with superhuman powers. It's what makes him special.
Yeah, I've said this about Jokic before, and I'll say the same thing about LeBron. Everything that he does is purposeful. There's no wasted energy or emotion with anything that he does on a basketball court, so that helps him at this age be able to do the things that he does, because it'd be difficult if he played a different game where he pounded the ball too much and isoed a lot, took a bunch of tough mid-range jump shots. At that age, it'd be very difficult to be this efficient. He has simplified his game to the things that he loves to do. He defies everything we thought we knew about what you could do as a basketball player this long. He's defied all of that. There's no question about it. Is he underappreciated? I'm not sure about that, because we give him appreciation, I feel like, almost every day. Yeah. I think the only thing that would maybe, for some people, satisfy that would be if you finally said, he's better than Jordan. That's like the one thing left for him, because I think he gets plenty of attention and accolades and appreciation.
So, yeah, underappreciated was a bad choice of words by me. I don't know that people realize the historical significance of him doing this at this age.
I agree with that.
Look, he came into the league with Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade. Carmelo's in commercials. Dwayne Wade owns a team, for crying out loud. And LeBron is still one of the 10 best players in the world.
So you heard what Tim Lelger had to say. Why do I like what Tim Legler said? I think Tim Legler summed it up in a way that I myself have never done it, and I don't think anyone else has done it, which was the following. He said, listen, it's not about us not giving LeBron his props, because we do. In this case, we're talking about ESPN. That's all ESPN does. ESPN is the LeBron James network. That's all they do all day long, right? That's all you see them do on social media with their accounts. You see Bleacher Report do it. You see countless accounts do this all the time, right? So for Tim Legler to say that, I think he was 100% correct to point that out. But then he says something else. He said, I think by you saying that, what these people that say you don't give LeBron enough credit is that they want you guys, the people that they feel is not giving the credit, to say he's better than Michael Jordan. And I think that Tim Legler hit the nail on the head. I had never considered it that way, but the fact of the matter is that's what he means. Because when you say LeBron doesn't get his props, I truly sit down and wonder what these people are talking about. LeBron gets his props all day long. From former athletes doing podcasts, JJ Redick, Gilbert Arenas, you have those guys doing it. You have people on television like Nick Wright. You have the Shannon Sharps of the world. You have the Keyshawn Johnson of the world. Now you just have Paul Pierce jumping on the train. You have Kendrick Perkins. You have Jay Williams. You have Mike Greenberg. You have all of these people, Chris Broussard, all of these guys that give LeBron his props. So when he says that, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, he is right when he says he wants these guys to say because this is the main thing. I think LeBron fans want LeBron to be the GOAT. And if you want your favorite player to be the GOAT, no problem. No problem. There's some Kobe fans that think Kobe's the best ever, or right behind you. No problem. I think where you run into complications is when you now start pushing for other fans to now adopt your line of thinking. And that's where it's just never going to happen. The majority of basketball fans are not going to say that LeBron is better than Jordan. And I think what's going to continue to happen is LeBron fans are going to say you guys are hating. Because now some of them are saying, oh, like Michael Beasley recently, y'all are holding on to the past. It's like, nah, they don't agree. They saw what they saw. It's like, we don't agree. Like, no, these guys, I don't think any of these guys that say LeBron is not the GOAT, I've never really heard, well, some people do, but the vast majority of them, including myself, never said LeBron was a bad player. I have LeBron in my top 5, believe it or not. And I don't know how you're a bad basketball player in somebody's top 5. But to then say, to then have me push back on these guys when they say he's a GOAT, and then you call me a hater, we're not going for that. Nobody stops you guys from having your position. We push back on it because we're not going for it. If you want to say he's a GOAT, fine, but we're going to push back and be like, nah, he's not the GOAT. He's not better than Jordan. We're not riding with you guys on that. And if that's considered not giving him his props, then it's going to be what's going to be. Then I guess it's going to be forever and ever that we're not giving him his props, because that's too much. Come on, you're not going to force it down somebody's throat. If he's your guy, if you think he's the GOAT, have at it. But don't expect other people to feel like he's the GOAT. I think Kobe's one of the 3 greatest players of all time, but that don't mean you got to agree with me. All I said was, I believe he's one of the 3, and I'm willing to argue anyone about it. That's what I said. It wasn't that, you must agree with me. Nah, I'm going to argue with you though. But in this thing of you must agree, I think you bugging. Like, it's not going to go down like that, because most people don't feel like that is a legitimate debate. LeBron fans do. That's your right. But this thing of I must say is a GOAT, y'all better miss me with that one. So I 100% agree with Tim Legler, and I thank him for pointing it out, because I think that was an astute observation. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about Tim Legler's explanation in response to what Mike Greenberg said about, we don't appreciate him enough? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.